If you ever wanted to eat in 54 restaurants in one night, tonight's your night. Find out what it's all about coming up next on Carolina People. Good morning. Welcome to Carolina People. This morning we're at Coastal Grand Mall, the area's premier shopping destination. We're focused on the 24th annual Taste of the Town to be held tonight at the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. And we're visiting with next year's General Chairman, John Robitaille. Good morning, John.
How are you doing, Greg?
Thank you for coming in. Of course, this year you were, I guess, the restaurants chair. Is that right?
I'm chairing the part of the restaurant committee. And we're the ones that select the restaurants to come in for the.
You actually selected the restaurant.
This year, we had to turn some away because we had so many that wanted to be part of Taste of the Town. And this is the first time that we've ever had to turn some away.
Wow, John, that's a big deal.
We're very pleased to have that kind of response from the restaurant industry.
How many restaurants will be there tonight?
Last count, I think it's around 54 restaurants.
Wow, 54.
So that's the most we've ever had.
That is incredible. Patty Gresco and Kathleen Burrows, the co-chairs of this year's event, were with us yesterday morning. It was amazing hearing them talk about what they were going to be doing all day yesterday and, of course, today. To get ready for you. I guess everything must be crazy with all the restaurants. I guess all of them have little needs.
Today is the big setup day.
Right.
Of course, we're getting ready now for the event tonight, and every restaurant's got different needs as far as getting their booth ready for the public tonight.
That is incredible. Of course, this is not a paid position for you, John. You're a volunteer just like everyone else, right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
It takes volunteers to run the ship.
Well, we couldn't do it without the volunteers. There's just no way. And we're blessed to have so many volunteers from the school and from the church as well to help us out.
That's tremendous. That's tremendous. I saw phone numbers on signs leading up to the event, this 448-6062 number, but of course today's a half day at St. Andrews, so the real thing folks could do today is go to y'all's website.
Absolutely.
I understand you had something to do with. Give viewers a sense of what they'll find if they visit the website.
Well, if they have not visited it yet, it's www.tasteofthetownmb, as in Myrtle Beach.com.
Right.
And on the website, you'll find some general information about tonight's event. You'll find a list of the restaurants that are participating. So maybe you can go ahead and get your wish list ready and prepare for the event and have yourself a checklist of what you want to visit tonight.
Great.
You also, on the website, you'll see last year's winners from the event that we held and kind of, get an idea of the type of food that may be served tonight as well.
Good, good. TasteOfTheTownMB.com will have all of that information.
All of that information's on there.
That's tremendous.
Well.
You got a lot of restaurants, and of course, to think about all the different types of food available, just going through that yesterday, the list of the 54 restaurants and seeing the different categories that you had laid out, John, it's amazing.
It is amazing.
I didn't even know we had that many types of food anywhere.
And Myrtle Beach is blessed again to have that many different types of restaurants that we can select from.
Yeah, yeah.
We've got Brazilian.
Right.
We've got your typical American. We've got steakhouses coming in there.
Polynesian.
Couldn't
Caribbean. Believe that. Southwestern.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So it's exciting.
There's the tried and true for folks who may want to come out and just get some good old American cuisine, or of course you've got some pizza.
Oh yes, kids love the pizza.
Yeah,
they really do.
Popular turnout. Are kids welcome tonight?
Kids are absolutely welcome. As a matter of fact, 14 and younger get in for free.
Really?
So we encourage the kids to come out because there'll be plenty for them to eat as well. We've got some candy booths like Knife's Candies coming in.
Great.
River Street Sweets is going to be there. Of course, ice cream, Ben & Jerry's. We've got Maggie Moo's coming in again this year.
Fantastic.
And of course, we talked about pizza with Pizza Hut and Ultimate California Pizza and East of Chicago this year.
I saw East of Chicago is going to be part of it. That place is wonderful.
Oh, it's a great place to take kids.
I don't know if you've taken your 3 girls there yet or not. But
every time we go eat pizza, they want to go there just for the arcade games as well as the pizza.
I'm sure Pizza Hut and Divine are going to want to get in on some of that. They're going to have to open a big kids arcade to compete with some
Absolutely.
like that. Real quick about yourself, John. Are you originally from the area?
No, I'm originally from Alabama.
Okay,
My
good.
wife and I moved here back in '92, so we feel like we're almost locals now.
Yes, yes. What brought you all to the area in '92?
I transferred with the job. I was in retail at the time, and they asked me to come run the store that was here, and I did. Never been here before. They took it sight unseen and loved every minute of it.
That's fantastic. I think I saw that now you're a new home counselor with Beezer Homes there at Cameron Village. Where is that?
Cameron Village is on Highway 707. Most people are familiar with the old Raccoon Run golf course.
Yes.
About 2 years ago, we purchased that property, and we're developing it into single-family homes.
Right.
It's corner of Bay Road and Highway 707.
Very easy to find then. Excuse me saying, where is that? I've seen a lot of signs for it. I don't leave the air base too much. So much happens out on the former Myrtle Beach Air Force Base happening out there but really there's opportunities outside of the area. 707 Cameron Village is a very popular location in Raleigh, North Carolina. One that a lot of people know, Cameron Village. It's an old shopping area.
Absolutely.
In the heart of Raleigh. So when I saw Cameron Village, I thought, boy, things are really happening in Myrtle Beach.
You know, we got the name from that shopping center.
Is that right?
It actually came from our sales manager who grew up in that area. So.
Good thinking, yeah.
Well, and the Cameron Village kind of gives an old-fashioned feel, and our neighborhood is designed with the craftsman style of architecture. Give it a totally different look from what you see out there in the Myrtle Beach area right now.
Absolutely. What's the special tie of St. Andrew Catholic School for you, John?
Well, that's where my two older daughters go to school. Emily's in 6th grade and Elizabeth's in 4th grade.
Great, good.
Now, my youngest daughter, Anna Catherine, she will start next year in kindergarten there.
Anna Catherine's a beautiful girl. That was great of you to bring her out today. Of course, since she hasn't yet started kindergarten, 7 a.m. on a Tuesday morning, she can get out. I'm just amazed that with all the activities going on today for you, that you've got time to do anything. I was shocked you even accepted the invitation to come in and do the show this morning. Today, what's the rest of the day going to be like for you, John?
It will go by very quickly.
Right.
It will be just one big blur when it's all said and done. We're going to focus on finishing, getting the convention hall set up for the event. Usually 2 o'clock is about the time that we wrap things up as far as setting up. We've got to get the fire marshal in there to make sure the booths are in good shape.
Right.
And we'll have DHEC come in to inspect all of the restaurants before the event opens at 4 o'clock.
Okay, great.
So it will be hectic.
The Myrtle Beach Convention Center is a fantastic location for an event of this kind, isn't it?
Absolutely. There's no other place in Myrtle Beach that has that amount of space that we can take. All 3 exhibit halls are open this year.
100,000 square feet.
That's a lot of space
amazing.
to fill.
Patty and Kathleen talked about that yesterday. And for some of our older viewers who may not have attended in the past, I understand from them that you'll have golf carts available. If they park in the far reaches of the parking lot, I think there are up to 4 golf carts that can help shuttle folks up to the front door.
There are, and what we'll do is have people going back and forth. There's not really going to be a shuttle spot for them to pick it up, but if they see you walking and there's room on the golf cart, they'll be happy to stop and pick you up.
Great, good. So let's talk a little bit about the procedure of picking out restaurants, John. How did y'all go about doing that? I mean, for some folks, I saw some of the frequently asked questions on your website where people say, my favorite restaurant's not in there. Why not? What's your answer?
Well, the biggest reason why their favorite restaurant is not in there usually depends on their management team.
Right.
We send out invitations first of the summer, I think end of June, 1st of July, to all the restaurants in the area, or as many as we could.
Right.
And we sent them an application, and our criteria is we wanted something unique. We wanted it to be recognizable in the area.
Right.
And something that had a cuisine that's kind of an ethnic diversity.
Good, yeah.
And
you
that way,
got ethnic diversity tonight.
Oh, we definitely do.
Yeah.
And once those applications come back in, we gave them a cutoff day of August the 15th, and we poured over those, and we felt like the ones that wanted to be part of us or the event tonight that offered something in those 3 categories, then we extended the invitation to them.
Right. Tremendous. If folks show up at 4 o'clock today and they don't have a ticket, tickets are very reasonable to get in. And then, of course, even if they had tickets ahead of time, they're still going to have to pay the same amount for food tickets. Is that right?
Absolutely. Now, they can buy the tickets at the door. They're $5 tonight at the door.
Great.
If you get to the school before noon, if there's any tickets left, you may still be able to get them for $4.
Or the HTC
or
locations.
The HTC
all
locations.
over town, yeah.
Absolutely. When you go in, of course, the food tickets will be on sale. Those will be $1 a piece.
Great.
And the restaurants will charge anywhere from 1 ticket up to 4 tickets. Nothing
up to
should
4.
be over 4
Okay,
tickets.
good. Mm-hmm.
And this year, the convention center has made arrangements to have an ATM inside the exhibit hall.
Fantastic. That's very important. So it's all cash.
It's all cash.
Right,
absolutely.
right. Okay, good. So no one needs to bring their checkbook or their credit cards, except maybe their ATM card.
ATM card would be probably very beneficial tonight.
Sure. To go ahead and get some cash out. That's very important. And of course, when you think about all the tickets are, you've got 54 restaurants there. There are folks that are going to be showing off their wares for the first time. Patty and Kathleen talked yesterday about a couple of places that haven't yet even opened who are showing off their stuff tonight.
We're so excited to have restaurants like that.
Yeah.
And make their Myrtle Beach premiere at Taste of the Town.
It's amazing.
I know Divine's got Sid and Roy's, which is opening up on the Air Force Base.
Absolutely. And, very nice, right over there near P.F. Chang's.
Yes.
Yeah.
And out at Carolina Forest, the Tavern in the Forest.
Tavern in the Forest, very nice.
And that should open sometime in November.
Great. Golly. So restaurants that are even making their debut. Had you ever even imagined when you first got involved with Taste of the Town, John, that it would get to the point where y'all, A, were turning away folks, and B, folks are making their premieres at Taste of the Town?
Honestly, I never thought it could get to that point.
Yeah.
It started out as a simple fundraiser from St. Andrew's Catholic School.
Right.
And it's grown. It has really become a true tasting event for the community.
Mm-hmm. Will there be any children there tonight? Excuse me. I'm thinking from interviewing Patty and Kathleen yesterday, I'm thinking about tomorrow night. Hey, I'm still, again, shocked that you could find some time to be with us. Thank you for coming in, because I know today is going to be such a hectic day for you. But will there be any kids there tonight, John?
There will be a lot of kids there tonight.
Good.
As a matter of fact, the kids from the school, I think 6th grade through 8th grade, will be volunteers at some of the booths. And we ask people to at least help patronize their booths, because the 8th grade raise money for their class. At the end of the year, they do a class trip as well.
Good.
But the middle school students there, they have to earn service credit points, and that's how they do it, is by volunteering at Taste of the Town.
Good, yes. But folks who are watching right now who may be rushing off to school right now know that at the end of the day, they can show up at the convention center and bring their kids of all ages in.
And the nice thing is it's probably the biggest food court you've ever been to. If you don't want pizza, then you go to the next restaurant over, and everybody gets to choose what they want.
There's a big food court here at the mall, but tonight is nothing. I mean, it's just the mall even pales in comparison to Taste of the Town. Yeah.
Absolutely.
You'll have some other activities for kids as well. Out there tonight, which is wonderful. But of course, when we think about some of the special treats and prizes that the restaurants can get, is there for best dessert maybe, or best entree? What are some of the awards that will be handed out tonight, John?
All the restaurants have submitted an application to have an item judged. So we usually judge an entree or a dessert from each restaurant.
Okay.
And then the ones that our judges select will win best entree or best dessert for Taste of the Town. And they'll be awarded a plaque that they can hang up at their restaurants.
Great, good.
Now, we'll have pollsters out tonight, and if someone happens to come by and ask you what your favorite is, take a few moments and let them know, because we have the People's Choice Award, and that is solely voted on by the people at Taste of the Town.
Great. Good.
We do the same thing with the kids. We have Kids' Choice Awards. And so those restaurants are usually different from what the judges are looking for.
Right, I bet, sure. That's a great idea to have folks just randomly going around and being polled, John.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's a great idea, and you get a good response there. Are you ever surprised by some of the People's Choice recipients?
Not really, because if you go and look tonight at the event, where you see the kids hanging out will usually be the place that wins their award.
Yeah.
And you'll see the long lines at the restaurants, and those are the ones that usually win the People's Choice Award.
Yeah. How about best decorated booth?
Now, we do that as well, too, because we encourage the restaurants to put their best foot forward, kind of demonstrate what their restaurant's all about. You know, if it's a Caribbean restaurant, then it should have some type of Caribbean theme or something like that.
Right.
And the effort that they put into their booth, the creativity, that's what the judges look for on those booths.
Of course, for you, John, this is just a prelude to next year, the silver anniversary, when you'll actually be wearing the hat that Patty and Kathleen are wearing yesterday and tonight, obviously. What's that like for you to think that the silver anniversary, the 25th anniversary Taste of the Town?
I'm actually excited about that.
Are you really? You're not scared?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
No, you can't be scared.
Right.
It's way too early to be scared.
Yeah.
But next year will be an exciting year. We're looking at doing a lot more than we've done this year or in the past because of it being that milestone.
Right.
We want to add some things. We've put together a committee that will start immediately after Taste of the Town, coming up with ideas, what we can do to really promote the 25th anniversary, because 25 years is a lot.
It's a big deal, yeah.
Absolutely.
We've got Myra Starnes with us tomorrow talking about the 26th annual Charles Dickens show and week of festivals there.
Oh, wow, I didn't realize that.
When you think about events like that in the Myrtle Beach area that have been around as long as they have, virtually nothing compares with those two events.
They become traditions. They absolutely are, and we want to celebrate it as a tradition.
Truly, truly, John. We've just got 8 or 9 minutes. You know, when you think about bringing kids out and coming out, of course, I think you mentioned a lot of the kids from the school will be donating their time.
Right.
From the 6th to 8th grade. You'll probably have a lot of the children like your own who are even younger who will be out there and enjoying it. But for folks who may not have attended in the past, what are they going to experience when they get there? Just give them a bird's eye view. Let's say they're coming up to the main entrance here at the Convention Center today at 4 o'clock. At 4 o'clock.
You'll come in if you haven't purchased your admission ticket. There's a booth set up out in the lobby, and you can purchase the ticket there. Once you come in the door, you'll find, of course, all the sponsors will have their tables up at the front.
Good. Yeah, McDonald's, HTC, and the Myrtle Beach Herald.
Absolutely.
Know those guys, yeah.
Yes. Well, you know, McDonald's is actually going to have a booth inside the event this year, so they will not be up at the front.
Okay, I'm loving it.
So they're going to be serving coffee and their cinnamon melts.
And their cinnamon melts. That's worthy of just getting in to come on and check out those cinnamon melts.
Absolutely. And one other thing McDonald's is doing, too, this year is they're bringing Ronald McDonald.
Oh, fantastic.
So the
My
kids
daughter
will
love that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we'll come out later on today.
Well, we look forward to seeing you there.
Oh, yeah, John. You know, there's so many questions. And, of course, your website lays out a lot of those frequently asked questions. But one of the big things that it didn't think about, or that I didn't see on there, was just why St. Andrew Catholic School? Why is it for you? What's so special about St. Andrew?
I think it's the quality of education that my children will receive there at the school. Of course, it is a faith-based educational system, and I enjoy having that as part of it.
Right.
But it's not, you know, it is a Catholic school, but it's open to all denominations, and we encourage anybody to come out and visit the school, and anybody that wants their children to have a great education. These kids at St. Andrews go on to become leaders in the community.
Those are great words. They become leaders in the community. The ones over the last 52 years, as well as the ones that are there right now and will be there for the next 7 or 8 years.
Absolutely.
I think Patty and Kathleen mentioned there's even a waiting list for the K through 5.
There is, and anybody that's having children, you know, this year may want to go ahead and explore that opportunity to get them on the waiting list now.
All 3 of your girls, both the 2 that are there now and your youngest daughter, Anna Catherine, have found that St. Andrews is a perfect place for them.
Yes, absolutely.
That's great, John. That's great. You know, thinking about some of these other questions, of course, when we think about the types of food that are available, you've got a list of the 54 restaurants, but you also have a breakdown of the different types. You mentioned some of those earlier. Go ahead and just give us a sense. You even take a look right at that, just to give us a sense of the different types of food available for folks who think, well, they won't have my favorite kind of food out. Is it probable that today they'll have some of any viewer's favorite food?
You know, if you like Mexican, Abuelo's is going to be there.
Great.
Fiesta Mexicana.
Abuelo's right next door here.
Senior Frogs is going to be there.
Senior Frogs from Broadway of the Beach.
Right. Seafood, Bubba's Fish Shack is going to be there. Of course, the Divine Fish House will be there.
Absolutely.
The A la Morada this year.
Fancy.
We're excited to have Oliver's Lodge this year out of Merle's Inlet.
Great, from Merle's Inlet.
This is their first year being there.
Is that right?
And they've been in business since 1910, I understand.
I did not know that.
I didn't either till I started talking to them.
That's great.
But we're glad to have them.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, you know, bakeries. We've got croissants there again this year.
Right.
Tofino's, which is out on the Air Force Base.
Tofino's, very popular. I think they've won some awards at Taste of the Town in the past.
Both croissants and Tofino's have won.
I bet. Heidi does an amazing job, as well as Phil.
Yeah. We've got the Three Steps Down, which is at the Sea Mist Resort on Ocean Boulevard. It's a brand new restaurant.
Sure, it must be.
The Riverview restaurant at Holiday Inn is going to be there, and Waterscapes at the Marina Inn at Grand Dunes is
very nice. Yes, we'll talk to Jim Rosenberg about that later this week. He'll be with us on Thursday.
Yeah. Planet Hollywood, Hard Rock Cafe will be represented.
Great, and I understand the theme parks sending out one of their folks last minute.
Well, I wish that could happen, but they contacted us on Thursday of last week.
Just a little too late. Okay.
And
Penny and Kathleen were talking about that.
Yeah, and it may, you know, we're working out the details right now, and they may have some representation within the Hard Rock booth. We don't know yet.
Yeah, that's very important.
We'll find out at 4.
That's right. We'll know later. That's right. We'll know today at 4.
Let me see. Oh, Dr. Root Beer's Hall of Fame out at Barefoot Landing is going to be there this year. He's
fantastic.
Homemade root beer. He'll be doing the root beer floats and some sandwiches as well too.
Oh yeah. So there's a lot of different. And I see that there's some of those other types of foods. You've got so many types over on the right side of the page. Some really stuck out to me.
You know, one thing that just occurred was the Greek festival.
Right.
So the Grecian Delight restaurant's going to be there this year.
Love
kind of extend the thing from there.
Absolutely. That is fantastic, John. Thank you for sharing those different types. Again, if folks have never been, they're going to really get something that they almost can't imagine to try to put it in perspective.
And, you know, because there's so many restaurants in Myrtle Beach, and it is a taste of the town, you have an opportunity to sample several different restaurants that you may not have ever gone to. You know, I've got small kids, so we may not go to places like Greg Norman's because of the atmosphere.
Right.
But we have an opportunity tonight to sample their food.
Absolutely, that's a very good point. And there's probably a lot of those restaurants, as you said, Sid and Roy's and the one out in Carolina Forest that have not yet opened. You can get a sense of what's going to happen when those two restaurants open in the next 6 to 8 months to really get a feel of what all they're doing.
Absolutely.
What all they're doing. Of course, you know, when you think about a school being the recipient, where are some, Patty and Kathleen spoke yesterday about where some of these dollars that will be raised tonight are going. They're going directly into capital improvements and otherwise. What are some of the other things that will benefit from tonight's event?
The biggest thing is you mentioned earlier, the school's over 50 years old.
Right.
And so we're looking at renovating the school. You know, new windows are needed. The electrical system probably has to be redone within the next few years. Things like that. And we hope that some of this money can go towards projects like that.
Good.
Of course, you know, we just opened the gym last year, I think it was, and a lot of the money from Taste of the Town went to help build that gym. We built a new playground for the kids out there, so they have a safe place to play.
That's tremendous. My daughter and I both have eyes bigger than our stomachs. And so are we going to find that we could possibly take something with us after the...
I hope you do take stuff home because, you know, there are people out there that may not be able to attend tonight for whatever reason. This year, our 8th grade is selling takeout boxes.
To-go boxes,
To-go boxes. So, you know, grab a few of those, take them around to the different restaurants, take them to the shut-ins, take them to people that may have had a prior commitment but wanted to be there.
That's a great point. That's a great idea, you know, to go ahead and collect some foods and get them out to people who just can't be there.
Absolutely.
So folks can they get the to-go boxes early in the day, like at 4 and 5?
We'll have the booth set up right at the front door. So as you're coming in, grab you some food tickets, grab you some to-go boxes, and then just make the rounds.
That is fantastic. You're getting ready, obviously, again, getting ready for next year's event. Can you imagine any way to make it better for next year? Can you do anything to top what folks are going to see today?
Yes. We've been thinking already of things that we can do for next year. I don't want to promise you anything today because the logistics have to be worked out.
Sure.
There will be some exciting events happening next year.
Well, they got to get out today. Yeah.
But they got to come today, because we got to make this event a success today in order to have an event next year.
Those are great words. John, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Well, I enjoyed it. I really did. This is probably the quietest part of my whole day.
I love it. That's right. You're going to be going nuts from here on out. Stay tuned to more Carolina People with John Robitaille coming up next. The time is 4 p.m. The place, the Myrtle Beach Convention Center. The event is the 24th annual. Here at 24th Annual Taste of the Town to benefit St. Andrew Catholic School. An amazing day, amazing volunteers. Over 200 folks will be there tonight. Here it is, the 24th Annual Taste of the Town. Enjoy samples of specialty dishes from over 50 of the finest restaurants. $4 if you buy it before 4 p.m. today at any of the HCC Communications locations. $5 at the door. Ticket prices are $1 each. No more than $4 at any of the places. Most of them average around $1 to $2. You can get out there. Of course, McDonald's, HCC Communications, and the Myrtle Beach Herald supporting, along with so many of the other amazing vendors and restaurants that'll be out there. Come out, enjoy the 24th Annual Taste of the Town, the Myrtle Beach Convention Center today, 4 p.m. Get out there, please.